Oh yeah, that's right. No, I can't play Remand. Thalia's there. Duh. One of my favorite creatures. Betraying me. Whatever, I still get my pick of targets. I'm gonna go ahead and opt. Real quick. And welcome back. It is 7 o'clock again. Time for more of the Modern League with Jeskia Control. If you didn't see the deck last time, just know that we are a deck that is focused on playing some very powerful threats and controlling our opponent by using some of our very efficient removal spells to slow them down and stop them from what they're doing, be very disruptive, and just take over the game with cards like the Teferi, take over with Celestial Colonnade. We also have some great blockers and some good threats with Restoration Angel, Wall of Omens. Now, for the sideboard, we do have some amazing cards in here like Baneslayer Angels, Relic of Progenitus, some various threats, and some various control spells like Dispel, Dovin's Veto. Detention Sphere is awesome for tokens. Deafening Clarion, also awesome for tiny creatures and gaining a bit of life when we try to crack back with a couple of creatures. And Celestial Purge is great against some red permanents or black permanents, but there aren't a whole lot of black creatures in this league, unfortunately. So in this league, there are 6 pre-constructed decks. The one that I randomly got was Jeskia Control. The Jeskia Control deck is pretty good. It's pretty good. I kind of wish that I could have gotten something else. Because I kind of wanted to play Titan Shift. I kind of wanted to put in a bunch of lands all at once. But whatever. Whatever. We play with the deck we are dealt. Hopefully this time we're up against something maybe more like Blue-White Flicker, or maybe we're up against Mill or something. That might be a fun and interesting game. There are the 5 other decks, which is Mono Red Burn, Dimir Mill, Groll, Titan Shift, or Titanscape. There is White Flicker, and then there is It Storm. Almost forgot about It Storm. And without further ado, let's get into some gameplay. Alright, and we have our first opponent here. Let's see. Shrinking Face Cam. We are playing Godmech. We're playing against Godmech. Hi. This seems like a decent opening hand. We have early interaction. We have our colors. Keep. Oh, snow. Were there snowlands in any of these? Oh, this is White Flicker. Got it. Right, White Flicker's the one playing the Snowlands. Sure. Will Steam Vents? No. That means you have to be very careful with your targeted removal, because they can flicker stuff out of the way, which is really, really annoying. Thalia. Sure. I have to path that. Yep. Flicker taxes. Very, very annoying. I'm going to shoot it now, because it will slow me down a lot, and there's a chance that they can find ways to protect it as the game goes longer, and I don't want them to get the chance. Okay, if they play second Thalia, they're just playing around. Don't do second Thalia. Flicker Wisp, sure. I might just want to shoot that. So you flicker nothing. Oh, you get that. What do they have that can actually... Oh, no instance. Got it. Perfect. That is the exact thing that I want. Field of Ruin! Hooray! A land! Unfortunately, they don't have a whole lot of non-basics in their deck. They have one, from what I can tell from looking at the deck list online, and they actually do have 4 Field of Runes. So if we fetch, we should be conservative about fetching out basics. We should fetch for things like Steam Vents. They're also playing Path to Exile, so that's also of issue. I will Lightning Helix here. Get rid of that. I'll save Supreme Verdict for when they actually, have multiple threats out, or they start making golems or something. Alright. Just checking the list again. Okay, there's Thalia. Ooh, Thalia, you're here. Hi. Good to see you. Land. Yes, land. I would not like to pay 2 life. In fact, I would probably like to just go ahead and shoot that Thalia. I will Lightning Helix this time. I'll save the better removal for when they potentially have better creatures. What are you doing with that 1 mana? Are you going to path your own thing? Yeah, no, you can't path your own Thalia. You need to pay for Thalia. It is a symmetrical effect. Okay, pass turn. Can't Supreme Verdict yet, unfortunately. Sad, sad. So sad. If we go to sideboard, we keep... Okay, Selfless Spirit. They get indestructible. That's fine. Okay, that's also acceptable. Ooh, Teferi. Hey, Teferi Time Reveler. This is nice. I think I'm just gonna go ahead, pass, and hold up Resto in this instance, and try to get them to swing into my Restoration Angel. Restoration Angel can try to eat this Selfless Spirit. They could have Path to Exile, which actually, you know what? I do think that they do. I think they definitely have a Path to Exile here. Then again, if they're going to Path my Resto, that does mean I do get another card out of their hand. I do get to go find a land. Yeah, and if they don't, then I just get to eat something. Yeah, sure. I'll do it. I'll Restoration Angel. I would like a land, actually, kind of bad. I would very much like some lands. Yeah, you don't have to double tap. They path, sure. Yes. We will get the plains. Just so that way we have the option later of Supreme Verdict. And another land. Yes. Okay, I can Teferi here, bounce Selfless Spirit. When they go to attack next turn, path Remorseful Spirit. And then I can opt too. Alright. Yeah, that seems fine. We'll bounce it here. Oh, and there's a bolt. Okay, that's even better. It's even better. If they try to replay whatever spirit it was, then that's fine. I will path it or bolt it. I think I'm just going to go ahead bolt this thing. Yeah, bolt. Sideboard. Sideboard. Time to side. Okay, so I think we might want some rat spells. I think we might want some good blockers. I think that these detention spheres might be a little slow. So these are the cards that are worth putting in: the detention spheres, the Deafening Clarions, and the Baneslayer Angel, and Lyra Dawnbringer. I mean, these are fine. They're perfectly good cards. Narset, Part of the Veil, gets a little worse because they're not trying to draw multiple cards every turn. I don't think they can draw extra cards per turn. They're going to try to hate on ours. The Lightning Bolts, Lightning Helixes are fine. What to get rid of is part of the question. I could get rid of some of these other spells. I don't want the Detention Spheres that bad, I don't think. Celestial Colonnade. I might want to chuck one out. I'm definitely going to try to bring in the Baneslayer Angels and the Lyras. The Deafening Clarions for sure. I don't think Mana Leak is quite where I want to be at. And neither, maybe Remand. Sure, are we just fine with this? I think we might just be fine with it. Yeah, I'll take out the Nurse sets. And I think I'll add... Now, I'll take out the Nurse sets for the two Angels. I'll run it like this. Okay, so we get our colors. We can go get, what is it? We can go get Hollow Fountain. I'll keep. We have our colors. We have a good blocker. We have some removal. We have... Oh, yeah, that's a great one-drop. Okay, that's a pretty good one-drop. I'm not certain here, but I think Charming Prince might be one of their better two-drops. Okay, we'll Flooded Strand. We'll Flooded Strand pass the turn during their end step. I don't think that it's going to be particularly worth it to shock and, to bolt ourselves using our mana base. If they play something like Charming Prince, or they do something particularly good, then maybe. Otherwise, I'm not doing that. Alright, they Selfless Spirit. That is a pretty good reason to path. Yeah, I'll sacrifice this. Oh, well, Hollow Fountain. Yeah, I'll pay the 2 life. Okay. I will get rid of that Selfless Spirit. I do not want anti-Wrath cards hanging around. I would probably Wall of Omens. It redraws, and it's really just there to block. After a Wrath spell, I think it's perfectly fine. I'm willing to Wrath it away. Alright, so they're going to play some creatures, advance their board state. I'm going to do nothing about it. Next turn, play Colonnade, hold up both Remand and Opt. Ooh, is that Thalia? I might have to main phase Thalia. I might have to get rid of Thalia. Okay. Another Colonnade! Yay. Well, I'll bolt the Thalia. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, actually, I'm perfectly fine with just blocking Thalia. Yeah, you can crack the clue, sure. I'm perfectly fine with just blocking Thalia here and taking a ping of 1. I'd rather just hold up remand for the second main phase. Because I'm about to play Wrath Spell in a second. I don't think that they have anything. They have Phyrexian Revoker that they cited in. I don't think On Thin Ice is something that they cited in. Gideon might have been. Yeah, sure. This is cool. Oh yeah, that's right. No, I can't play Remand. Thalia's there. Duh. One of my favorite creatures. Betraying me. Whatever, I still get my pick of targets. I'm gonna go ahead and opt. Real quick. Look around. Lyra? Of course I'll put you on top. I want one. Yeah. And another opt. Hooray. Oh, they might... Alright, there it is. Yeah, pass turn like this. I'll give them the turn. Oh, you Restoration Angel? Well, what are you targeting here? That is a pretty good question. And actually, I think I'm just gonna remand Restoration Angel. So you roll. Okay, good. And then we find land that we needed for Supreme Verdict. They're attacking with both. Again, I'm just going to get pinged down to 14. Oh, Thalia, do your worst. I'm guessing with that Restoration Angel, they're going to flicker this Thraben Inspector. Thraben Inspector. Oh, Hedical Cathar. Okay, that does stop me for a second here. Because that forces Sacred Foundry to come into play tapped. That is unfortunate. That does take up a little bit of my time. No 2 life. Then pass the turn. We know that they have that Restoration Angel. It doesn't show it in hand. I know it's there. Yeah. They only have one more Selfless Spirit. Fingers crossed they don't play it. Alright, beginning of combat. Yeah, sure. Alright, this time I take 3. Okay. Main phase. They Aether Vial. Sure. Spirit of the Labyrinth. Yeah, that's fine. I think I want to opt and try to find land. Because I have 2 Celestial Colonnades. They're both very mana hungry. And I would also like to hold up stuff when I play Teferi. Alright, they're just deciding. I don't really particularly, I'm going to be honest, I don't particularly care about the heretical Cathar, aside from the art. The art is superior to the original art for Thalia. Definitely like it. It appears that her creature size got a little bit rounder. She got thick. She taps down your lands and your creatures, which is kind of a neat Staxy thing, but it's not, you know, quite as good as just regular Thalia. I guess in Commander it might be a little bit better, because you'd need so many non-creature spells in a regular game of Commander. Oh, do they not? They might not realize that they haven't passed priority yet. I'm just gonna remind them real quick that they still have priority. You know, just in case, because I don't want them to like run out of time, or like lose time, you know. You know, I don't want them to you know, I don't want Godmech to get like stuck on time and just go like, why is he not doing anything? I'd rather have them just like look at it and go, oh wait, I still have priority. Oh god. Yeah, I think we are in a good commanding position, fortunately, because next turn Supreme Verdict comes down, wraths away everything on an empty board. Their next turn, they're free to try to play Restoration Angel or whatever they want, tick up Vial. They probably have a few options in their hand. Then the turn afterwards, you play Teferi. Oh, they scooped. Oh, they lost. No, wait, they didn't scoop. They lost game connection. Oh well. I think that means we win, technically. Or maybe they just have bad internet. Whatever. Run it out. We can always just take this time to enjoy the sweet art on some of these cards. Wall of Omens in particular it's a really awesome card. The artwork for it, I'll just bring it up on screen here. It's basically, it looks like a bunch of Hedrons from Zendikar, like all kind of stacked together in like a sandstone series of like sandstone columns, with like runes inscribed on them and whatnot, with like sand blowing around, which is way more awesome than what it actually is, which is just a 0/4 that draws you a card. Still sweet. By the way, is Wall of Omens common? If not, why is Wall of Omens not a common? I could really appreciate a sweet Wall of Omens. I think that it might be kind of neat to have in the wall combo deck. I think that Wall of Omens would definitely be perfectly fine to have in the wall combo deck. It would be a redraw for them and increase their wall count. It's not like it was ever a tier 1 deck before, and I don't think that that's really going to push it over the edge. A good example is like Elvish Visionary is in our format. Elvish Visionary is just an elf that's a 1/1 for 2 that draws you another card. It's not exactly broken, and the Elves deck doesn't even play it. Largely because it takes it takes a good amount of time. You need to be able to not just win with a high elf count, you have to win with the elves that are actually on board. You can't just like count them up with Distant Melody or something and hope it's enough. Oh, look, they rejoined the game. Okay, cool. It's our turn. We will be opting real quick. Oh, it's fun to have a nice chat. I think I want Lightning Helix. I don't really want it that bad. I'll put it to the bottom. Well, we got spot removal anyway. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. we'll play out a Supreme Verdict. Wrathing Away the World. Which also, unappreciated art, Supreme Verdict. That's pretty epic. That is pretty epic. That and Merciless Eviction. Awesome wrath spells from across Magic's history. Well, not across Magic's history, from one set. They put the counter on. Because I know you don't have any 0-drops. You ain't got no 0-drops. For 1 snow mana, Thraben Inspector? Thraben Inspector, okay. Okay. Get yourself a clue. Do I want to play Lyra first? I'm thinking I might want to play Lyra first. Oh god, I know that she'll get pathed. No. I want her to get pathed. Flicker Wisp. Okay, you go to make another token. Sure. Ooh, you got some redraws? Yeah. Seems good. We draw land? No! That's not what I wanted! I wanted a land! Damn. God, playing Teferi here just means Teferi dies. However, I do have double bolt and Cryptic Command. I guess I could try to counter their first spell, draw a card, bolt, Flicker Wisp next turn. Yeah, at least I can go digging, I guess. Sure. I would love to play Lyra. Alright, go ahead, Aether Vial, play your stuff. If they sneak out Thalia, the disrespectfulness of sneaking out a Thalia. I know that they can play all the cards in their hand. They have 5 mana and an Aether Vial that they just ticked up. I could bounce the Aether Vial and fog their creatures. Yeah, that might be fine. I might just Cryptic Command and draw a card. We'll just shoot Flicker Wisp real quick. They could have Charming Prince to bounce it out of the way. But I will probably... Nah, I might let it go. They're thinking about it. Them and their tricks. Did they lose connection again? I'll try to chop out some of these lengthier bits in post. Oh, what do we have? What is this? Restoration Angel. Well, don't mind if I counter. Well, don't mind if I cryptic. I would like to counter target spell, and I think I want to draw a card. Yeah. I would like to counter Resto. Draw a card. Oh yeah, I think they might actually have really bad internet. That is a shame. They're not really getting to play Magic to the best of their ability. Partly because of bad internet, I think. And that's just a shame. God, if they time out, it's not really like an actual game. I mean, it's a win as far as prizes go, but it's not a win as far as, like, getting to play Magic goes. You only win in Magic when your opponent actually got to do stuff and you got to do stuff. Now, what can they do with this to stop this? They can still Charming Prince, get Flicker Wisp out of the way, but they only have 2 cards left. Next turn, no matter what they do, I'm going to play Lyra. Even if they path Lyra, I'm fine with that. I want to land really bad. And finding that land means I can play Teferi the next turn, and then I can put one of their cards on top. Like, I can just put one of the creatures on top and path the other one. I'm not in a bad position here. All right, we won the match. I mean, we were probably going to win that anyway. They're a mid-range deck, and, you know, rock, paper, scissors, aggro beats control. Mid-range gets beaten by control, but mid-range beats aggro, and it's a little rock, paper, scissors match. Anyway, that was fine. That was fine. Winning 2 games in a row, that's still fine. Still fine. Now, it's a shame that the white Death and Taxes Flicker deck wasn't made a little bit better. I feel like that one really should have been pumped up by WotC just a little bit more. It should have been given like a few better cards, like to try to make it stronger. And a lot of these decks are watered down a little bit or purposely made a little bit weaker in the Gauntlet. Like, you'll notice in Storm they have 12 1-mana blue cantrips, and Pieces of the Puzzle is in the sideboard. But normally with Is it Storm, Pieces of the Puzzle is in the main as like at least a 2 of, and they stuck that into the side, which is odd. And they have 2 grape shots, which is questionable. I always thought they only played the 1 grape shot in Is It Storm in the main, which is whatever, weird, fine. I guess that's fine. That should be everything. Don't forget to name some cards and crack some clues. Coming in for that face touch.